so much, JB, for the amazing intro. I truly appreciate it. And to everybody, when are you at your best? That's right. When are you at your best? See, for me, Spencer Jones, the Prince of Positivity, I'm at my best in the morning. I am 100% a morning person. I wake up. My wife even says that I click my heels together when I get out of bed in the morning, and I'm not sure if that's really true or not, but I'm definitely a person who's energized in the morning. But my wife isn't. She's a person who's energized in the evening, and that's great, right? That's when she's more awake and can do things. Well, let me share a little story to set the stage a little bit about when we could be at our best. Before I became a full-time entrepreneur, I was a middle school and high school choir director. And I was a morning person still at that time. And so I was a morning person. I did my workout. I went to school. And then I had class, a little break, class throughout the day. So I didn't really pay attention or become aware of when I was at my best. It was just what it was, right? I was awake and I went through my day, did the best I could. I knew I had afternoon slump often, but not all the time. So, okay, I just kept going. When I retired from teaching and transitioned to being a full-time entrepreneur, I did the same thing. I just kept going. I was like, all right, well, cool. I'll wake up, do my workout, and then I'll keep going about the day. So I scheduled calls in the morning, and I wrote my newsletters and emails and stuff in the afternoon, and or whatever it fit, right? It just kind of mishmashed it all together so that it all just filled the schedule the way it filled the schedule. No rhyme or reason. Well, then I remember this one day, I was writing some emails for our newsletters that went out every week, and I was struggling. And I was struggling hard to write them, as in the words weren't coming, the ideas were it's like those coming up against a wall, and I couldn't get past it. And it was difficult to write. I'm going, why is this so hard to write? I love the topics I'm planned to talk about, to write about. It's been easy before. Why am I struggling now? And so then I reflected back and said, well, when did it go well in the past? I remember other times it went easy. Well, what was I doing? And then I realized, oh, I was writing those in the morning, not in the afternoon like I was that day. And then I remembered hearing from podcasts and reading in books about, oh, when are you most creative? Try scheduling your activities in your day based on how you are during the day. And I'm like, well, okay, I'm a morning person. I'm usually more creative in the morning. I have more energy, and I'm just more of that get going kind of energy. Once the afternoon hits, I slow down a little bit, and evening, I wrap it up. And so I changed my schedule. I decided, all right, let's plan on doing the creative tasks, the things that I need to do that are creative in the business. So like writing emails, writing talks like this and outlining and practicing them, doing brainstorming work for the business and how we could serve and support people and et cetera, right? All of those things that we do, the creative ones, let's shift that to the morning. And I set a rule that I do not usually take calls at all unless absolutely need to until after 11 a.m., preferably after noon. That's when I'll start taking calls, because I can do that when I'm not quite in that creative zone. Let me save that creative energy for the things that need it, like writing my books and emails, etc. So I made that shift. As soon as I did that, it was crazy how much more productive I was, how much more energy I had, and how much easier, that's what it's for, how much easier it was to write those emails, right? Even just shifting it to the morning, all of a sudden it started flowing easier and was more cohesive. The best part was the content was better because I aligned it with what was best for me. How many times in our lives do we just go about, oh, well, this just works. Let's just fill this time in. We don't intentionally take time to think about when we are at our best or when this would make the most sense. We look at our schedule and go, oh, I have an open slot here. Let me just put that right here and we'll be good to go. Knowing when you are at your best is huge. And then you could take it to that whole new level, that next level, as it were, by aligning those activities with those energy levels, with the appropriate energy levels. So after I had that whole experience of being drained and frustrated, of trying to be creative in the afternoon and then shifting into the morning, I decided to dig into it because I heard about it, but I dug into it and I learned this thing called chronobiology. It's really cool. Chronobiology. Basically, it's all about cyclical rhythms in living organisms, right? We're humans, we're living organisms, cyclical being cycles, right? So that our a cycle of rhythms, circadian rhythms is a type of this, of chronobiology, right? Your hormones being another type. So what are these cycles? And let's look at the 24-hour cycle of humans. Well, all humans have cycles within their energy, and they peak at different times. Everybody's a little different, right? For me, I'm a morning person, as I said earlier, right? So for me, I have higher energy in the morning. It takes me a little bit to get going, but then I'm set and I'm really good for a couple hours, and then I start to fade, and then I go down even more. My wife, however, she takes a while to get going, and then she's good and goes down, but then she comes back up at the end of the night. That's her rhythm. But what's important is to know what your rhythm is. What is your chronobiology saying about you? What is best for you? There's no judgment. There's not good or bad. It's not the early bird gets the worm and that has to be it. No. Maybe for some people. It might seem for the majority of people. But what's best for you? How's your energy? So for me, what I would suggest and what I did is I reflected back on previous moments in my life where I felt energized, where I felt like I was productive and able to get things done. So I look back to say, what time of day was that? And what was I doing at that time? You can even keep a journal and do it in the present moment. All right, well, I'm feeling energized right now. I'm feeling really tired and it's the afternoon. Just keep that you could reflect. I could take 5-10 minutes. You could take a day to do it. You could journal for a week and see where your energy lies. Then I invite you to categorize a lot of the activities you do, or the common activities that you do. Are they high energy activities or are they low energy? The choice is yours, right? Which one are they? And you'll know, like for me, it takes more creative energy to write those emails, to write my speeches and to brainstorm about things for the business, as opposed to running the numbers and doing the budgeting and tracking and inventory and stuff like that. So for me, I looked at those different activities. Okay, for the things that take more creative energy, I'm going to put that in the morning. For things that take less creative energy, like my calls and the inventory and budgeting, I put that in the afternoon. And when I started doing that, I saw a difference, right? I started to schedule those appropriate tasks with the aligned energy. What's really cool is the Harvard Business Review did research on this, and they found that strategic alignment of the tasks with those energy levels led to a 30% increase in productivity. That's right, 30% increase. Just by paying attention to when your energy is at high and low, what activities take what, and just syncing them up, lining them up here, lining up there, lining up there. 30% increase. How amazing is that? So now my schedule looks different than it did when I first started, because I am strategically aligning. In the mornings, I record my podcast. I write the things, the newsletters, the speeches. I create designs. The afternoon, I take my calls. I do the budgeting, the numbers, inventory, whatever those things are. I looked at when I was at my best and then implemented that in my life. And it was a game changer for me. So let me ask you again, when are you at your best? What activities would you add to that? Now, as I wrap up here, I want to invite you to take on a challenge. It's Saturday morning here. I invite you this weekend to reflect on your energy levels. Where are they throughout the day? And what tasks are high energy and low energy? So just reflect. It doesn't have to be perfect, but when are you at your higher energy, lower energy? What tasks can you do? And then on Monday, change one. Don't change all of them, but change one. Sync up one of those activities to where it belongs with the appropriate energy and see how that goes. And then let me know. Please reach out to me at Jones and 4 on social media, but reach out. Let me know how this one change affected you. So reach out Monday night, Tuesday. Let me know. Because this was a huge game changer for me. It brought me, I was more productive. I was happier. I was better content. I was able to impact more people. I was able to share more joy and love, all because I took the time to align the tasks with the appropriate energy. Take it on. Go align your energy and keep shining your amazing light with the world. And I'll leave you with this. You are amazing, worthy, and enough. Do these things so you can keep shining your amazing light with the world. Thank you so much.